Everybody, welcome on over here. Got a email from a client. He for the past 6 months he has been using a service to help him generate more Google reviews, and suddenly quite a bit of those reviews that were generated through that service got suddenly uh, disappeared, and the client's wondering what happened here. And there's a few reasons why. So this is where you gotta be a little bit more careful whenever you are using one of those, whether it's tool or service that help you solicit reviews. Typically, the reason, again, there might be a few reasons. Again, I'm not too sure what happened to this client. So he's reaching out to that service provider to see what happened. But typically, there's a few reasons. First is sudden review velocity, right? So what this means is suddenly in a short amount of window, short amount of time, right? You are requesting a lot of reviews, and this typically happens right in the beginning. Um, it just doesn't look natural, right? So suddenly you send out, even you, if you suddenly in a short amount of time send an email blast to your database, leave us a positive review, right? And used to slowly you get a few reviews every few weeks. Suddenly you got a spike of reviews. That's not normal. And from Google's point of view, that looks a little bit suspicious, right? So that right, Google's algorithm does flag those like surge as suspicious. So yeah, that sudden review velocity really is something that Google is really trying to crack down on quite a bit lately. So this does not stop. That does not mean you cannot solicit reviews. You can, right? It's that surge typically is not what Google loves because Google doesn't know, hey, did you bribe for these reviews? It doesn't know because it is not normal, right? So I would say, yeah, like for example, again, I'm here to promote our tool, right? Our tool, once you upload a huge database, right, it knows to drip it, right? Right, and suddenly send out 50 review requests in a day, it knows to drip it, right? So that's the first reason, most likely, why those hard-earned reviews suddenly disappeared overnight. Okay. Um, Second is just right, most likely, right. Again, this is not what happened here. Is for those of you who are requesting reviews, and they all somehow came from the same IP address, right? So, for example, uh, whenever people come on site, you have a terminal there, like a desktop. And before they leave, you ask them, hey, can you leave us a review? And it's all coming from the same IP address, same computer, and more likely those reviews will be filtered out. Um, but for this one, particularly, I think it really is what happened is that review velocity, right? That sudden surge in reviews, it's not normal. Okay. But again, right, sometimes missing reviews, right, might be just soft filter, right? Often reversible, right? If you reach out to Google support, because these are generally real reviews that could be, um, yeah, reversible, or some of these might be permanently removed, right? So again, just be a little bit careful. Again, I'm all for requesting reviews because we all know reviews are so critical. But just be a little careful how you are asking for reviews. Don't do those surges, right? That's not good. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.